Oh no. 4! That was not a good drive. That was a huge slice. So guys, if you are someone who is a slicer, today's video is going to be just for you. So let's get stuck right into that lesson now. Right then, so that was not a good shot at all. A huge slice. I reckon it missed the fairway by a good 70 yards. I even had to shout 4 on that one. I wasn't planning on actually hitting it that far right. But if we slow down the swing that I just made there with the driver and see what contributed to that actually going to the right, there's going to be one big key factor there, and that is the club face. The club face was wide open, was hugely open, hence why the ball went so right. So if I just put the swing up over here now, what we'll see is it's going through as slow motion. You'll notice that on the way down in the downswing, as I'm coming through, the face is really laid back on that swing there, if you can make it out. So the face, instead of actually letting the toe being over the heel, we actually see that it's laid back behind the heel, so as it comes across and hits the golf ball, it delivers a glancing blow and creates that side spin on the golf ball. So as a slicer, and I would imagine that, you know, quite a lot of people watching this video are slicers, that is the first thing we need to change, because as you probably know, if you're a long time watcher of this channel, one of my favorite sayings in golf and golf coaching is that the face is king. Whatever that club face is doing, our body is going to find a way of getting the club back onto the ball and getting it moving. It knows it's got a job, that it's got to swing and move that ball forwards, but it will react to wherever that face is pointing. Because if I've got something now where my club face is wide open, it wouldn't make sense for me to swing from the inside. So you get people a lot of the time say, oh, you know, I really want to drop it and I want to shallow it out and I want to get in here. And one of the big things I see when walking down the range is people doing this shallow rehearsal and leaving the face wide open. So if they do actually get into an inside attack angle, we'd see that the ball would probably go even further right than the slice would. So we've got to build our golf swings round club face angles. If we can get a good club face angle, then we can get a pretty good golf swing as well. And one of the first things that relates back to, you won't have seen it from the down the line camera there, but I actually gripped the club a bit weaker. So I made sure both my hands were actually turned towards target a little more than usual to ensure that my face would be open so I could hit that slice shot. So first checkpoint is to see that you are getting a good grip. If you want to get rid of your slice and you want to turn it into a draw, let's see that you've got a good grip. So what I'd suggest, and one of the things I like to get to do with my pupils, we almost like, it's a bit of fun for me, but it's a great way to experiment and show, you know, what an impact the club face has on the golf swing. I like to get my pupils, who generally are too weak in the left hand and a bit palmy, I like to get them in the fingers and really strong there. So as we see now, both my hands are excessively turned underneath the shaft away from target, so we get super strong, and that club can only come through as closed there. And I like to get them to hit a couple of shots. And the first thing that happens is that ball flight changes and it goes a long way left, because they're still used to swinging a little bit from out to in, but now having a big strong grip, we see that the face gets really close and that ball goes left, and it's a bit of a, oh, didn't expect that one, like, oh, didn't see that. And it, you know, it feels so awkward to hold it like this and actually make contact and see the ball go left, which when we're a slicer, left is pretty good. We like seeing left, even if it is a bit of a pull draw. It looks good. That just drew that one, looks all right. So what we can do is then tailor the grip back around to being a little bit stronger. So the first thing I want you to do, if you are a slicer and you are having real problems, I want you to get yourself down to the range and you're going to hit 10 shots with the strongest grip you can physically do. You're going to see that it goes super strong, and you've got my permission now. I want you to hit them as far left as you can. If there's a fence on the driving range on the left hand side, as long as it's safe to do this obviously, try and hit the fence. If it's a big net fence, hit it. If there's trees down there, if you get the furthest right bay on the range, see if you can get it back over to the left hand side of the range. See if you can actually do that with this strong grip. Because with the weak grip and the open face, what we do is learn to control the club face and hold it open, so we get something that would be a little bit weak and we hold it open the whole time. We don't actually let it release, so we see it go high, we see it go right, we see it go short. We don't see the strong one and it turning over and going lower, going lefter and going longer. So we want to see that we've got a good grip to start off with. So 10 shots down at the range, real strong grip. Let's see how far left you can get it. Then the second part of the tip here, once we've got that, we're going to now peg some shots up and go for a little bit more of a back towards neutral but still a strong grip. You're going to go fingers. See that your top hand, your lead hand, is on top a little bit more. You can see a few more knuckles. Then I want you to get your right hand in a pretty neutral, if anything slightly strong position, instead of the weak one that we had before. And we're going to make some swings and we're going to hit some shots and see that we get this trail forearm passing over on top to the lead forearm. So we see this motion starting to happen here. We get it over, we get it rolling and rotating. And again, you have my permission. If you're a right-handed golfer, let's hit some balls left of target. Let's get them going left. Let's see that club face being a little bit stronger, and then let's see the slice starting to go. If we can start to control this club face and see that we'd hit a few balls that went a little bit left, then we should be in a good position to actually get the final part of this tip into position. So I'm going to hit one here for us. That one had a bit of a crack in it, that ball. So my main aim on this golf swing now, even if it's only a half golf swing, better grip, slightly stronger, I'm going to hit some shots and see that I let those forearms cross over. So here, in, and that is a good 20 yards left of my target, even with just a half golf swing there. Let's have a look at part 2 of the tip. Okay, so part 2, as you can see here now on the floor, I've got a couple of canes out. Once you've gone to the range and we feel successful that we're able to actually turn the hands over and let the face release, then we're going to get into this. We've got the red cane here. That's an extension backwards of my ball to target line. And what you would see for the slicer is generally that I would come over the top of that. Then we've got the white cane here, and it's almost formed a bit of a channel now for me to actually swing in. So once, like I say, once we've got this good control of the club face and we can see that we're not swinging over and getting open here, we now want to try and make some golf swings with this good grip and feeling that we're letting the face rotate, where we almost let the club head track the white cane and feel that I'm letting it roll over as I'm coming in. So for you as a right-handed player, it'll feel like you're swinging aggressively out to the right hand side of the target. But if we're letting the face roll over, that's when we start to see more of our draw shot come in. So it'd be almost like the Beckham free kick. When he's bending it into the top left corner, he comes in here, kicks that way, ball goes out and curls right to left. Firstly, we've got control of the club face, then we've got to get control of where the club's swinging. So like I say, once you've got control and you feel good with that right to left turning sensation of the club face, make some practice swings and see now that as you get that feeling, your club head and club shaft is tracking this inside. And do as I do here and have these little broken down segments of swing and see where that's coming from. It's not over here, wide open, it's in, release, in, release. And once we get that, if I can just try and clip one away here, what we should see is that I actually get a ball that might start a little bit right of target and swing back towards my target. So let's give that a go now. So in, release of that new face position and new grip, and see that we get that strike. So here, oh, the beautiful little draw there, really well struck and finished about 1 yard right of my target, as opposed to 70 yards right in the original video from the start of the lesson. So guys, give those two things a go. If you are a big slicer of the golf ball, number one, the face is king. Let's get control of that by hitting some shots with a really strong grip. See that they're going left. Then neutralize it a little bit more, airing towards the strong side, feeling that you can release it. Then once you've got that, you're going to go for this gate drill here, where you feel you're tracking this cane and letting it swing from the inside, and let that face rotate, and you should see that you're getting better strikes and a much more controlled ball flight from there, guys. I hope this helps. Give this lesson a go for me. Let me know how you get on with it in the comments box down below. Also leave a like if you've enjoyed it. And if you want me to keep being your golf coach, remember, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any future lessons. And I'll see you in the next lesson, hopefully with a tiny little draw.